Hi and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be unboxing these Assioma Favero pedals. So yeah, before I get started, as you may have seen in some of my other videos, I've recently started following a training plan and I've been using heart rate mainly to do that training plan, unless I've been on the indoor bike, in which case I do have power on that. And I've finally decided that it is time to get some power meter pedals or a power meter for my bike. So I'm going to unbox those today. And we'll set them up and then I'll go and fit them on the bike and see what I think about them. So yeah, as said, I am following a training plan at the moment. I've got a few videos about that, so be sure to check them out and subscribe if you haven't already. And let's get on with just unpackaging these now. So these are the Assioma Unos. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on power meter pedals because I have actually got a new bike potentially on order that comes with a crank-based power meter. But this is going to be something that I use on my winter bike and my second bike, because the bike that I've ordered is not going to be the one that I use all the time. I'm still going to use my current summer bike. So I just wanted a fairly low cost solution that's easy to move around between SRAM and Shimano cranksets, because my winter bike's SRAM and my summer bike's Shimano. So these seem like a really good, reliable option. They seem pretty well reviewed online. They're pretty well tested. They're a few years old now. So yeah, I mean, it comes with a sleeve and Assioma Uno selected there to show that it is the single-sided model. So let's just break the security seal here. So yeah, you open the box and it's presented to you quite nicely with both pedals there. So yeah, here we've got the pedals, we've got the box out of the way, we've got the right hand pedal, which is just a normal dummy pedal, and we've got the left hand pedal, which has got a power meter on it. Of course, if in the future you want to go dual sided, you can replace the right pedal with a power meter one, and they sell an upgrade kit for that. These, being the Assiomas, use the Look Keo compatible system, and I use Look Keo cleats already on my bikes, so it kind of makes sense to go with these for that aspect as well, because it just makes it simpler. So we've got some manuals and a battery charger. So yeah, the battery charger is a dual USB one, and then that's just a figure of 8 which will go into your normal cable that will just plug into the wall there. The reason it's dual is because if you have got the dual power meters, you can charge both at the same time using just one plug socket, which is pretty handy. You get some cleats. So these are slightly different to the Look Keo cleats, and I'm told it's worth using these rather than the Look ones. Even though they are compatible, these will just give a little bit of better engagement into the pedal. You get a few washers for fixing the pedals onto the bike. You get, and this is a really nice addition, an Allen key for fixing the pedals to the bike. Now obviously I've already got an Allen key, but it's really nice that if you don't have the right Allen key for getting pedals on and off bikes, that it does come with the one that you need, presuming that your current pedals also will take an Allen key, because cheap flat pedals won't. We've got the charging cable for the power meter itself. So if you just rotate that, you can see there's a couple of pins here and a couple of pins there. So that's just magnetic, just attracts itself. And then you've got the various adapters: Europe, Australia, the UK, and finally the States. And that's everything in the box. So I will go and grab some scissors so we can take the pedals out of this box here, and I'll weigh them quickly. Okay, so we've got the pedals out of the box now, so let's give these away. So we'll start with the right pedal, which is the one without a power meter attachment. That's 128 grams. And then the left pedal with the power meter on it, which is going to be a bit heavier, 147 grams, 148 just went up. So yeah, total together 282 grams. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty good for a set of power meter pedals. That's pretty low weight. Okay, so I've got the app now, which lets you talk to the pedals and update the firmware, and I believe change a few settings. So I'm going to do this live. I've never used the app before, so let's see if we can do it. So let's see what it lets us do. I've not don't know if these are going to work because I've A, not charged them, and B, they're not on the bike, so maybe it won't let me do anything until they're on the bike, but let's give it a go. So it says tap the magnifying glass to find your Assiomas. Just give that a twiddle and see if they come on. Okay, so I've plugged them into the USB and the phone has found them straight away. So I will hit connect. Left pedal not activated, tap activate, let's click activate. Alright, it wants me to put my details in. Okay, activating. After installing the pedals on your bike, a 0 offset adjustment is required. Okay, we can't do that yet. Okay, cool. So they're activated, battery level's pretty good. So out of the box, they come fairly well charged. So yeah, once I've fitted them, I'll have to do a manual calibration. The crank arm length is already set correctly. Power scale factor, we don't need to do that. Only for Assioma Uno via Bluetooth. It doubles the total power via Bluetooth, compatible with some apps and bike computers. I'm presuming that I won't have to do that because I'm using a Wahoo element that should be intelligent enough to know that I'm using a single-sided power meter. Yeah, there's nothing else much to do there. Let's check the firmware. Looks like there's no firmware updates available. Okay, then I think we are done for this part of the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go and install the pedals, then I will do a 0, and then we'll go for a ride and see what they're like. Okay, so before I do go and fit these to the bike, let's just have a quick look at the Wahoo, my old and very well worn Wahoo. Let's put the backlight on just to make this a bit easier. So yeah, let's go down to sensors, add sensor, hold next to sensor. Sensor type, power, Assioma, save. Add power data fields, why not? So, if we go back now. Okay, yeah, so it's added a 3-second, my light's down a bit longer. It's added 3-second power to the top and it's added RPM to the bottom because it didn't have a cadence sensor set up before. Okay, let's go fit them to the bike. Okay, just out on the bike now. Done about maybe 10 miles so far. It's a lovely evening actually. I'm actually just off the back of 3 centuries in the space of 4 days. So yeah, I'm pretty knackered, but I've got an over-unders interval session that I've missed. So I'm just trying to do that. I figured it's a good test of the power meter. So I'm just on a rest period now. I've got 3 more sets to do. We're on 10-minute sets. But yeah, it was a little bit, the first set that I've just completed, the power readings were a little bit all over the place. So I actually stopped and calibrated it again. I've been calibrating it using the Wahoo rather than calibrating it using the app. I don't think it matters which one you use. And then as soon as I did that, it seems a lot better. A lot more stable readings and more realistic readings, because before it was up and down all over the place. It does say on the box that, it does say, I think on the instructions, that it does some sort of setup calibrations as well for the first few seconds of riding, maybe 30 seconds. Some out of the box stuff. So I'd actually zeroed it before then, so maybe it is wise to zero again after that. Although it doesn't say that in the instructions from what I remember. Clipping in and out is a bit tighter than the Look Keo Max that I'm using. Maybe it's just because it's new springs and mine are quite old springs now. I've dropped the tension off a little bit till I get used to it. I think I'm going to swap to the other cleats. Although saying that, then it's harder to swap bikes. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. It's actually, the Look cleats are actually very secure. So it's not like I'm afraid they're going to come out accidentally on a climb or something. I'm just afraid that I'm not going to come out at a junction. But yeah, so far so good. Just cruising along, recovery time. So yeah, let's see how I get on. Okay, that's the third 10-minute set done. Just one to go, and yeah, I mean, it seems all right so far. I'm gonna have to test the power meter over the next few weeks, and I might do an update video, see how I'm getting on. This was not the right workout to pick for today because I'm A, fatigued, and B, these twisty turny roads, it's really hard to maintain a power. But yeah, I'm pretty happy so far. When I have got to a section that's like a flat or a slight uphill and quite smooth, then I'm able to maintain a pretty consistent power. Obviously it's going to take a while for me to work out if it's sort of matching what I'm expecting from the indoor trainer, but yeah, so far so good. If you've got any questions about the pedals and the power meter, please pop them down below, and I will catch you in the next video.